Maria dashed over to the figure. Normally, Rosa would scold her daughter as she dashed over to a complete stranger. But Rosa forgot about that, unable to do anything but stand there, shocked.
久しぶりよ。元気であったか？マリアは元気。魔女は風邪をひかない。魔女は呪いにて風邪をひかせはするが、自らがひいてはなんとも間抜けな話よ。せいぜい自らが風邪をひくことなどないよ。これからも精進するがいい。
She patted Maria's head as she said this, smiling recklessly. Sorry to bother this weird reunion of yours, girls, but I gotta ask. Why are you wearing a high school girl's uniform? This ain't a high school romance drama. As far as I'm aware. Rosa couldn't have known the name of the woman who was happily spoiling Maria. However, Maria had called to her in the beginning when she had appeared. Therefore, even though Rosa had never met her, and even though she hadn't named herself, Rosa was able to learn her name. However, that name held a special meaning in Rokkenjima and in the Ushiromiya family. There's no way something so stupid could...
Happy Halloween. ほう、これをわらわにとな。天国にも地獄にも行けず、煉獄の闇にてさまよう男の唯一の明かりも、こうして歌手となれば実に可愛らしいことよ。人の世とも、人ならざる者との世とも切り離された今のこの島で。
Cut off both from the world of humans and non-humans.
これほどふさわしい歌詞はないかもしれぬな。ん？マリア、それはどうしたのか？
The witch noticed the sweet that Maria was grasping. It was Maria's candy, which had been stomped on by Rosa, and had taken on a pitiful shape.
おお、踏んづけて潰れちゃった。ベアとは元に戻せる？
Maria deliberately didn't say that it was her mother who had stepped on it. However, when the witch saw the candy, for some reason, she looked at Rosa and grinned. A chill went down Rosa's spine, as though she felt that his gaze could see through every part of her. Okay, Rosa. So far, Beatrice has a lot of points in her basket, and you have none. And you sure are not winning in the mom department. But I still have faith that you will eventually turn around. You have to stay focused. You have to be mentally sound and strong. You have to climb up and become the best mother and punch Beatrice in the face. That's right. Relax your shoulders. Stand firm and clench your fists. Repeat after me. Punch with your right fist. Ha! Punch with your left fist. Ha! Right, left. Give her a death glare. Right, left, right. You're gonna eat lightning and you're gonna crap thunder. Ah!
たやすいことよ。貸すがよい。
Maria held out the candy gleefully. Rosa could do nothing but watch this unfold, stunned. How could this person gloss over the fact that the candy was pitifully trampled, in a way that could satisfy Maria? Maria looked as though she believed that it could be fixed as good as new. There was no way that could be done without real magic.
これは見事に潰れているな。さあさあマリア、目を閉じて思い出してごらんなさい。本当はあんなにも素敵なお菓子だったから。思い出の中のお菓子はいつもふっくら。 だからあなたも思い出してごらんなさい。本当はどんなお菓子だったのか。
Along with those strange words, spoken as though singing an improvised folk song, the witch threw the sweet into the air. Maria had her eyes closed, just as the witch had told her, and was focused on remembering the shape that the crushed candy had really been. Therefore, only Rosa saw that scene. The sweet witch had been thrown into the air, burst into a gold color. No, those were golden butterflies. It scattered into several golden butterflies, and they began to assemble in the witch's hand, held up to the sky. And when they had, unbelievably, the candy returned to its beautiful original form, just like the time it had been bought. Only Rosa and the witch had watched that scene. Unable to understand the event that was occurring right in front of her eyes, Rosa stood with her mouth open, forgetting to shut it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a C+.
もう目を開けてよいぞ。受け取るがよい。これでそなたの歌詞も元通りだ。
ベアトリーチェはいつもすごいすごい。
Making her close her eyes. There was a very bold contrast between Rosa's shocked appearance and Maria's innocently joyful one. Alright, this sure ain't good. Beatrice has gained more points with that. What are you gonna do, Rosa? What are you gonna do? Was that what the witch was laughing at? A smile floated to Beatrice's face, different from the one that she had shown Maria.
わらわの顔が何かに似ているというのか。そうまじまじと見られては穴も開こうぞ。ごめんなさい。
At those words, it hit Rosa strongly. Rosa knew her face. She knew it from the portrait of the witch. But no, wait. Was this mystery woman really...
マリア、この歌詞の代わりに、そなたにはこれを与えよう。
おお、手紙？
The witch pulled a western envelope from her pocket and gave it to Maria. However, when Maria made to open it, the witch stopped her.
ならぬ。それを開けるときはすぐに訪れるが、それまで決して開けてはならぬ。大事に持っているがよい。そなたを黄金鏡へいざなう招待状となろう。
黄金鏡、やっと連れてってくれるんだね。
大事にしまっておくのだぞ。誰にも見せてはならぬ。
守る。魔女との約束は絶対に守る。
そしてこれ。
私。
She probably hadn't imagined that the witch would speak to her too. Rosa was bewildered by this second western envelope which had been thrust before her. Huh? She remembered having seen that western envelope before. There could be no mistake. It was Kinzo's special envelope, used when he wrote with his own hand, and bearing the Ushiromiya crest. Moreover, it was sealed with red sitting wax. And further still, it had an imprint which seemed to have been made by the head's ring. In other words, irrespective of what was written inside, this woman, who Maria called Beatrice, was trusted enough that she was in charge of a personal letter from the current Ushiromiya head.
4兄弟の誰でもよかった。だが、ここでそなたと出会ったということは、金蔵のルーレットがそなたを選んだということなのだろう。ならば受け取るがよい。そしてその中身を、全兄弟の揃う晩餐の席上で読み上げよ。
Huh. Wait. And you told Maria to... You gave Maria that letter from before. And you told her to never show it to anyone? And now you're giving Rosa the letter, the one that needs to be read at the dinner. Huh. So Kenzo's roulette decides who gives the first letter, I assume. And I guess the first chosen was Maria last game. And now Rosa. How is that gonna affect things, though? Rosa looked back and forth several times between the witch's face and the envelope she had been handed. Today was a family conference, and the biggest object of discussion was the inheritance problem. So she had joined together with Eva and Rudolph, and they had planned to force certain conditions upon Kraus to try to extort a prompt payment of several 100 million yen out of him. It was as if the witch could see through all that. And when all the siblings are gathered, what is she planning on announcing to us? With a personal envelope that no one but the Ushiromiya head can use.
Maria, 天気が崩れるぞ。ゲストハウスへ戻り、昼を待つがよい。それではローザ、後ほど会おう。その席で改めて名乗らせてもらおうぞ。
And the witch turned her back to her, laughing. Wait, hey, hold on. You still haven't explained to us why the hell you were dressed like that. Get back here! And headed off towards the mansion with an air of composure. Maria saw her off with an energetic reply, and then dashed off towards the guest house, leaving Rosa where she was. As though she didn't want to waste a second in informing the other cousins of her good fortune in meeting the witch. Ultimately, Rosa was left alone in the rose garden as the winds grew stronger. Unable to do anything except pray that what had happened was just a daydream. When the witch entered the entrance hall, Genji was there. With a respectful bow, Genji welcomed the guest who approached from the entrance hall.
お待ちいたしておりました。ベアトリーチェ様。
久しぶりだな、源氏。
Hey, we're not done here, Beatrice. You still haven't answered my question, goddammit. Alright. Fine. Let me see about something over here. Mysterious visitor, a 19th person who appeared on the day of the family conference. Goes by the same name as the Golden Witch who granted Kinzo his gold. Both the reason and the purpose of her visit are unknown. She was ushered into the VIP room, which no one had been allowed to use in the past. The VIP room. And she definitely has the Ushiromiya crest, the one-winged eagle, on her leg. I mean, what's with the staff? Well, not staff, but cane.
老いたではないか。
どれほどに老いようとも、家具は家具らしく。最後。
あれの妻が、お前に嫉妬したことも懐かしい。金蔵は元気か？
大変お元気にございます。
And the witch's laugh was probably because she knew that Kenzo's own doctor had told him that he would not live much longer. However, if anyone actually looked at Kenzo, his energy and vigor, which made it extremely difficult to imagine that his remaining life really was slim, might make it natural to call him full of life. Maybe the witch had laughed at that.
挨拶に行こうではないか。30年ぶりに互いに呪いの言葉を吐き合うもよかろう。
As the witch grinned, she started walking, leaving Genji behind. Hmm? You are actually going to see Kenzo? Well, Beatrice did revive last game, and I assume that now she has cool powers, thus she's finally going to be able to be seen by Kenzo. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. To see Kenzo's reaction to Beatrice after 30 years, dressed like a high school girl like in one of his favorite animes. Sheesh. I did say before that Kenzo has some serious waifu problems. Her gait was like that of a family member who knew the inside of the mansion well. Genji followed her, as though he served her. At that very moment, Kirie came out of the parlor. She had probably come out to fix her makeup or something. And when she saw Genji following the witch, she was surprised, although her expression did not change. There was a visitor for Kenzo, whose remaining life was not long, on the day of the family conference when the fate of the inheritance was to be decided. And furthermore, this person was well enough acquainted with the Ushiromiya family that Genji was following behind her. Kirie immediately realized that this person who she had never met before was someone deeply important. Kirie met eyes with the witch. Realizing that it would be rude to pretend not to notice, she greeted the witch.
はじめまして。
Yay! Yay! The Golden Witch of the Island has appeared. Everyone greet her.
ルドルフの5歳だったか。
さようでございます。ルドルフ様の今の奥方様であられます。キリエ様でございます。
From this exchange, Kirie realized that this woman was a guest of considerably high rank within the Ushiromiya family. And the fact she was a guest of that level, coupled with the face of the Entrance Hall portrait behind her, made Kirie's eyes open wide in an instant. Whoa.
Hajimemashite. Kirie と申します。初対面でしょうか。もし以前に挨拶をしていたなら、名前を忘れてしまって申し訳ございません。うすうすは想像がついているくせに、わらわにあえて名乗らそうというのか。
Is nobody gonna mention that portrait that changed? No? Anyone? Kirie thought she had given her a sociable and humble greeting. Her expression grew slightly cloudy at that openly oppressive response. It didn't seem like this was a person she could grow to like. But if Kirie's imagination was correct, this witch likely held a huge key to what her own husband was most interested in, and one that stood a great chance of influencing tonight's family conference. So she did not shoot back a retort, and could only watch in silence as the woman went up the stairs to the second floor, with Genji following behind. So when someone tapped her shoulder from behind, she was so surprised she almost choked. It was Natsuki.
キリエさん、このようなところに立ち尽くしていかがなさいましたか。ごめんなさい。ちょっと 魔女の肖像画に見とれていただけです。黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェですか。今日の後宮家の復興は彼女が授けた黄金がなければ成し遂げられなかったとか。お父様らしい幻想的なお話ですね。
Nazi spoke of her in an unusual way. She spoke from the position that the idea of a witch was just foolish, and that in the end, it was nothing more than Kenzo's ramblings. However, for some reason, that no longer felt right to Kirie. Just now, she herself had seen the Golden Witch come in from the entrance hall and climb up the stairs. So Natsu's choice of words seemed almost like a refusal to accept her existence, or as if she was leading her to think that she did not exist.
ごめんなさい。少し頭痛がする気がして。ちょっと休もうと思います。あら、そうですか。なら、良い頭痛薬がありますよ。用意させましょう。
The hallway in front of Kinzo's study was filled with the scent of sweet poison, particular to that green liquor. Genji, who was completely used to it, did not grimace. And the Golden Witch didn't grimace either.
この中からどれほど出ぬのか。
すでに数年になるかと思います。
それほどまでにわらわをカゴの鳥としたいか。哀れな。それを願うそなたが今やカゴの鳥。
Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony.
書斎の亡霊ではないか。それに気づけぬとは哀れな男よ。
あなた様と再びお会いする日までは、おそらく文字通り亡霊となっても研究を続けられるでしょう。
愛か狂気か猛襲か、それも講じれば魔力となるか。悲しき魔術師よ。
The witch grasped the doorknob to the study. Oh. When she did, there was a sound like that of flesh burning and splitting open. It was the sound of the doorknob literally burning the witch's hand.
ベアトリーチェ様。
Hey, dumbass. You do know that the doorknobs have the scorpion symbols in them, right? You know they enter like that.
なんだこれは。魔除けか。
Wait. You seriously are surprised about this?
あやつめ。こんなものに頼らなければ、おのがみも保てぬというのか。
その扉は、ベアトリーチェ様にはおつらいものと伺っております。私がお開けいたしましょうか。
Wait a minute. Beatrice did also ask before, when was the last time Kinzo left this room? What?
いや、よい。あやつが勝てば、わらわは永遠のカゴの鳥。あやつが負ければ、愛に狂い、すべてを失った哀れな魔術師の生涯が、笑い草となって残るだけ。もはや金蔵もわらわさえも、ゲーム盤に並べられた駒に過ぎぬ。あとは、ルーレットの目が勝敗を分けるだけよ。ルーレットが目を見せるまで、わらわと金蔵が再会する必要はない。
The witch looked at her hand, which, although horribly burned, was beginning to heal bit by bit.
あるいは、そのための魔除けなのか。
I mean, I did mention the theory that maybe he's trying to expand his life just a little bit to survive until the very end, to get one of the 4 treasures. Until then, though, you cannot kill him, Beatrice. Unless you lure him out of the study somehow.
なるほど。それもまた潔し。すべては今や金蔵のゲーム版の上よ。気に入ったぞ、金蔵。そなたとのゲーム楽しませてもらうぞ。わらわに恋焦がれ、すべての生涯を投げ出したローマ術師の最後のギャンブル、その散りざまを楽しませてもらうぞ。
Oh boy.
「誰か」失礼いたします。昼食をお持ちいたしました。入れ。失礼いたします。
After receiving approval, Kanon entered the VIP room, pushing the lunch serving cart. The servants called this room the Witch's VIP room. That was because they had been strictly ordered by Kinzo to always keep it cleaned, so they could be used at any time. And yet, guests were never allowed into this room, no matter who they were. That's why at some point, the servants had started calling it the Witch's VIP room, supposed to be set aside only to welcome the special person Kinzo was waiting for, the witch from that portrait. And today, Kanon learned that this was entirely correct. When he entered the room, the witch with golden hair was gazing out the window. Outside, the rain had already started to get restrained. As she looked out the beautiful rose garden, which had taken several days' work to make ready for today, and saw the winds and rain ravage it, was she lost in some sentimental feelings? Kanon was not able to infer anything more from her back that faced him.
お食事の用意をさせていただきます。ベアトリーチェ様。
So Kanon went out of his way to call out the witch's name, because he wanted to make her turn around. He wanted to know. He wanted to know whether the witch who had tempted him and shone in the past really had appeared again. When he did, the witch whose name had been called kept her back to him and laughed in a subdued voice. Kanon was startled. It was almost as though she had read his mind and knew that he had called to her out of desire to make her turn around.
良い匂いだな。どうやらクラウスは良い料理人を入れたと見える。
Yeah, it smells really nice. Using rose petals too. Gara is such a genius. Nom.
はい。近年入ったゴーダという料理人です。料理の腕が良きことは何にも勝るものよ。美食は人の世で生きる快楽の山中をなす。千年を飽きぬにはこれを欠かさぬが秘訣よ。
You know, something tells me that after 1,000 years or so, you more than likely tried every single type of ice cream in the world. It's just like one guy I've known a while back who was so obsessed with coffee. At home, he sits on coffee bags instead of chairs.